Now, DJ, before you even go back, who here remembers my name, if you can? Kuja, karibu, come. Please come. Makofi yake akikuja jamani. Now, if you see me, you know this session is going to be interactive because I dislike boring sessions. Nani anapenda boring sessions? Right? Please tell us your name. Are you a leader? Do you want to be a leader? And which leader at that? So if you can all keep quiet, these front seats are for you guys. You need tunangangania uko nyuma sana. All these front seats are yours. Okay, are you ready?
Okay. Hi. My name is Alexia Nema. I'm from Starehe Girls Center. I would like to be a Major General. And her name is Charlotte.
Look it!
I want to be a Major General when I grow up.
Remembering my name. My name again is Charlotte Kibet. Now, I want you to turn to your neighbor again. Ask them, what is the theme for this year's PDF festival? Muulize. Muulize ka alikuwa analala, first of all. Mwambie, were you sleeping? Kuna mtu amejua hapo? What is this year's People Dialogue Festival theme? Anyone? Raise your hand. First of all, let me recognize the schools that are here. Is that okay? Is that okay? We are going to compete. And the loudest one, munione nyume attend, like ya ukweli. I don't lie. I love the Lord. Amen. Starehe Girls! Bado, hiyo haijatosha, si ndio? Na wamesema wamekula. Mumeshiba surely. Hamjashiba. Hata mimi sijashiba. Tukutane after this. Is Starehe boys in the room? Muko. Wana misi waski. Starehe boys in the building. The girls wamewashinda. Sindio women, right? Hapo tumewashinda. Come on. I want to recognize the last school. Dandora School. Are you here? Are you here? Okay, are you ready to cheer for your school? Dandora School! Wewe tutakupea chai after this. Unione kando. That is so good. Now, has your neighbor says what the theme of this year is? Anyone? Nimeshika hapa. Anyone knows the theme for this year's People Dialogue Festival? Kuna mkono pale. We are building leaders, so stand straight up. Please stand up. Stand up and rush for this microphone now. Come for this microphone now. Makofi yake jamani.
Good morning ama good afternoon? Oh, good afternoon. My name is James Kamau from Kenswed Senior School. And the theme for this year's People's Dialogue Festival is building a collaborative community for Kenya's sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Again, mpigie makofi. Ai, si mumeshiba. Sindio? Right? I just want to emphasize again, it is building a collaborative democracy for Kenya's sustainable future. Democracy looks like all of you. Is that okay? It's not the leaders who are here. It's not probably the politicians who lie to you here and there. It is every one of you in this room. Now, this room, and the topic for today is power and integrity. It is leadership beyond what we learn in the books, and it is being done by Emerging Leaders Foundation. And before I introduce the moderator for today, you guys are so blessed to be graced with what integrity looks like in human form. Do you know who I'm about to say who that is? Do you know? We are joined by the amazing Chief Justice Emeritus, Honorable Maraga, is here with us. Honorable, are you able to stand up for a little bit so that people can see what integrity looks like? This is literally the image of integrity itself. So, when you're wakura umemwona, sindio? Allow me to introduce Andre, who is the moderator for today. Andre, are you ready with your team?
Zaria.
Okay, so before they come, I also just want to give a big announcement. There is someone who's lost their phone, a Samsung. If you see any phone, because you said you're leaders of integrity, please report them to, I've been reminded there's a tent for, I've forgotten the name, but if you've seen a phone, USPAC, the USPAC tent, please, if you've seen that phone, report it as early as possible. Is that okay? Is that okay? Because you're leaders of what? Exactly, and integrity does not lie. Andre, are you ready? Okay, great. So before Andre comes in, Zaria, I'm going to call Zaria on stage to introduce the entire team. Makofi ya Zaria, because you say this room is going to be a fun one. Makofi yake jamani.
Hi, everyone. I can't hear you guys. Hi, everyone. You can do better. Hi, everyone. Exactly. Thank you. My name is Zaria Hawi, and I have the honor to introduce the Emerging Leaders Foundation. They will be taking us through the session of today, which is power and integrity and leadership beyond the books. So you guys have seen a powerful man here. Are you ready to hear him talk? But first, he has to hear from you. Sawa sawa. So help me welcome Andre on stage with a round of applause. Clap, mnachoka.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? Stare, are you there? Ken Swed, are you there? There's a school from Machakos, right? There's no school from Machakos here, Makueni? They're not. So all these are Nairobians. Which school is that? There's one of the best artists from the stage. Scream, shout your school. Dandora Sek, D-Sek. Niko na story yenu lakini siwezi sema hapa juu sina time. So this will be our student-centered session. We are here because of you, okay? So we want to just explore how leadership has been like for you as young people, as students, and how do you view the political landscape of the country as at now, okay? So there will be an amazing moderator coming on stage with 3 bench panelists being here just to share their stories. And after that, we will have who? Wapi makofi ya Maraga. Leadership beyond what we learn in books. As you grow up, you learn that there is the leadership that you know from the books, then there is that leadership from experience. And that's where CJ Emeritus David Maraga will be coming in to tell us what were his surprises, because I believe there might have been that leader.
So one of the pioneer students of School of Politics, Policy and Governance. I don't have much to say concerning my introduction. I want us to go straight to the program. With us, we'll be joined by panelists from 3 schools. If I call your name, just come up the stage so that we can begin the panel session. From Staré Girls, we have Angela Natasha. Kindly come up. From Staré Boys Center, we'll have Erastus Muridi. Erastus Muridi.
Can I hear celebrations?
Erastus.
Nimekuja kusema asante.
And from Kenswed Secondary School, we have Abdi Okumu. Abdi Okumu.
Nimekuja kusema asante. Nimekuja kusema asante.
Okay. Now we're going to begin. I'd like us to have a short introduction from yourselves and what kind of leadership position you hold in your schools. So we'll start with you, Erastus, as we come up to Abdi.
Once again, I'm Erastus. I'm a sub-prefect in my school.
My name is Angela Natasha, Captain, Parade and Entertainment, Staré Girls Center. Cadet Leader, St. John Ambulance Club. And the Debate Functional Organizer. Thank you.
My name is Abdi Okumu. I am the head of entrepreneurship in Kenswed Secondary and the secretary of the Debate Club. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I see you have an array of leadership skills. Okay, so I'll go straight to a number of questions that we'll debate over or discuss over. So I'll start with, it's a question that all of you will answer. So I'll start with, what has been the most challenging moment you faced as a student leader? So we'll start with the Rastas as we come to Abdi. Let me rephrase it. What has been the most challenging moment you have faced as a student leader in your school?
The most challenging thing I've faced as a student leader.
Yes.
So, in our school, the prefect system and the student system, the normal student system, we had a time when the two weren't interacting properly, meaning that we had some quarrels between the prefects and the commoners, as you call, like the rest of the people. So one of my most challenging moments, I'm also in charge of entertainment, was a moment whereby people hadn't settled for what they wanted to watch that day. So it was really difficult because I, as a leader, had to make a decision and the people are split into two. And I felt like making a decision for a specific side would portray me as a biased leader, which I'm not. So it was really difficult for me to make that decision. And I think it really challenged me here.
What about you?
Thank you for this opportunity. As I said earlier, I am the entertainment captain and also the cadet leader for St. John Ambulance Movement. So my biggest challenge has been balancing the two because we have the student council and then we have me as a leader in the movement where I have to be very free with the students, and in the student council I have to be strict because I'm dealing with the entire school. So my biggest challenge has probably been finding the balance between me being firm with the students outside the cadet square where the cadets usually meet, that is in St. John, and also me dealing with them in the school in general because now I have to portray sort of a different face. So that has been my biggest challenge.
So about you, Abdi?
I believe my biggest challenge as a leader as being the secretary of the debate club it's hard to liaise with the administration as it is now. Reminder that Kenswood Senior School is a sponsored school. And as of late, funds have been like a real problem in the school. So it's kind of difficult to air out your opinions to the administration so that the club itself can reach its full potential. And for also the club to reach its full potential, we need the feedback of the actual club members. And you know, sometimes the club members are a little hard-headed, a little cowardly. So it's not like all the time they're going to give out their views. Thank you.
Okay. On to the next question. We'll do the same thing. What does integrity mean to you as a young leader, more so in the school setup?
So, as a leader, especially in school, Starehe Boys Center, integrity to me means standing up for everybody in the school and everybody I'm in charge of without any bit of bias. Because when dealing with the people, I have to deal with people like friends, people who are really close to me. And integrity to me looks like me treating them in my leadership position the same as the way I treat any other person in the center. So integrity to me means dealing with the boys, dealing with the students without any bias, without any without favoring anybody in the center. Yeah, that's what integrity seems to me.
Okay.
Integrity to me means being true to myself and who I am. Because there was this notion, once you enter the student council, you have to change in a certain way. You have to be different from the normal students. You have to be strict and not have friends or interact with people as much. So integrity to me is being true to myself, being able to identify my boundaries, and from who I was in Form 3 and Form 2, being the same person, but now with boundaries, now that people can tell that I'm a leader, but you can still approach me. So integrity to me is remaining true to myself and who I am.
Integrity to me is a branch of love. Integrity to me, in order for one to have integrity, you must have that big heart to persevere with everyone's views, everyone's different opinions, to which they may cancel each other out. Meaning that they differ, that people might start, bickering over their own opinions, and you as a leader, you have to make a decision that will favor both sides equally. Integrity to me is doing what you're supposed to do at the right place, at the right time, without anyone telling you anything, because you know what you have to do. Thank you.
So, have you ever faced a situation whereby you've been challenged to do what is popular and what is right?
What is popular but not right?
And what is right between?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, again, as I'll say it again, I'm an assembly hall prefect. In our school, one of the foundations that drives the students to do things is entertainment. So we have a lot of entertainment in our school, especially over the weekends. Now, one particular day, we had a match, and the match was extending beyond the time the boys are supposed to sleep. So I was challenged with this decision to make whether to allow them watch the match despite it being past their bedtime, or let them go sleep. So it was a really challenging decision, because if I didn't allow them to sleep, I'd be going against what is said to be right. And if me not agreeing to let them watch the match, I would be going against the popular notion that people want to watch the match. Yeah.
What about you?
Pardon the question.
Have you been in a situation whereby you've been challenged to do what is popular but not right, and what is right?
I think every day in Starehe is a challenging day to do what is popular and what is not right. But again, it's your values and the person you are, the person that you've continuously been. Every day is a learning day. So every day you get to face those challenges, but just being true to yourself and the person you've been throughout and doing the right thing, I think that's what has made me be able to counter that challenge.
When it comes to the aspect of doing between what's popular and what's right, I believe that because I know myself, I also know what you need. There's a difference between what you need and what you want. Sometimes what you want, you might want a scorpion in your shoe, and what you need is something better. Because in the long run, the popular option might be the worst option. It's going to affect you in the long run. And in the long run, when it affects you, you're going to regret it. So I'd rather do what's right because that's the moral thing to do. You'll thank me later, and instead of me doing what's popular so that you can thank me now, I'd rather I suffer now with your bickering, yet I know you'd succeed in the future when I tell you to do what's right. Instead of telling you to do what's popular, the popular initiative, the majority is not always right. Sometimes, when the majority is not always right, you are going to follow, I call it the highway to hell. When you follow the highway to hell, it's going to lead to disaster. So take my advice, follow the narrow door to heaven, and you'll all be good. Thank you.
So in comparison to the kind of leadership we've been having in the school setup, looking at our current leadership in the national level and the larger leadership per se, what comparisons do you draw between what you've learned as a leader in school and what you see the leaders outside here practicing as leaders? Yes.
What I've learned from my student leadership and what I've seen other leaders practicing, that comparison. So, of course, being a leader in our institution, you're expected to uphold certain principles and you're expected to uphold certain virtues that I believe leaders outside here, I see, also uphold those virtues. And one of them, like you've mentioned, is integrity. Because as a student, I've learned the art of integrity and I've learned not to choose the biased way. And I've seen it being applied by leaders like our former CS over here, because being the Chief Justice, he used to uphold integrity. So I feel like integrity, being an integral leader, is something that can be achieved from an earlier age and be seen in the national government. And I've also seen situations whereby I, as a student leader, I'm expected to be stern. And I think that corresponds to what I see leaders outside here doing. Because I've seen our president doing really stern things for the betterment of our country, you see. And I feel like I, as a student leader, have already experienced this, having to choose tough decisions that better the people, even if the people don't see it as a good decision to make or see it as a bad decision to make. So I feel like integrity and making decisions that better the people, even if not directly but indirectly, is something that I, as a student, have seen and can directly compare it to what I've seen leaders outside here doing. Thank you.
Okay.
I think something that I can relate to the leadership in the country right now and the leadership I see in the school is like the influence you being a leader has on you as a person. I have seen people being corrupted by leadership and changing as a result of leadership, and I can make that comparison with our country as it is right now, because you could see where someone comes from, the roots they come from, and once they get leadership, it really messes up with them and they forget where they actually came from and that the people are the reason they are in those positions of power. So even in school as a leader, you can clearly see that some people have allowed leadership to get into their heads and they forget they are here for the people, they are here to do things for the people, not for their benefit, but for our benefit. So it is a comparison that I can make, that people tend to forget their roots once they get leadership positions.
What I can compare from both the country's government and the school government is that both need a sense of responsibility because both are systems of order. And in order for society to work, you need order. And order in a society is pivotal. It's a pivotal principle in order for the society to run well. And as a leader, you need to make tough decisions every single day to make sure that the balance is still restored. Because if you let the title of being a leader get into your head and you get in over your head, then you're not going to be able to sustain that order, that balance that exists within the societal norms of the organization of the government that's within there. So you need to uphold your integrity, uphold your responsibility in order for one to keep the balance within the order of the society. That's what I believe.
Okay, thank you. Just to finalize this panel session so that we can move on to the next one. Each one of you, what would you want the national leadership, from what you've been observing with the current happenings, what would you want the current national leadership to do in order to make you feel comfortable as an emerging leader and also make the rest of the nation feel comfortable and also feel the needs that are met? What would you want the leadership to do exactly?
So, before I answer the question, I'd like to tie it in with what inspired me to be a leader. What inspired me to be a leader is because the leadership that existed in Sare before I and my fellow sub-prefects came into power was a leadership that tended to tell us that we are going to do something, and yet actual change or actual actions aren't being made, you see. And I feel like me being inspired to come into leadership and being the actual change maker is what made me become a leader. So with that, what I'd tell, or what I would want the national leadership to uphold solely is change. Because I feel like every single Kenyan, everywhere, is tired of hearing the same old things. We are going to do this, we are going to do that, yet nothing is being done. We are going to give you funds for this, we are going to give you funds for that. The funds aren't seen. And even if they are seen, the leaders themselves, the people we expect to be the people helping us, use it selfishly, you see. So having that sense of selflessness amongst our national leaders and having that virtue of committing themselves to change for the betterment of the people, not for their pockets or their bank accounts and stuff like that, would be very significant to the national government. So change, selflessness, and humility and empathy. Because they should ask themselves, what if I was this kid in Mudhurwa? This kid who doesn't get enough education, this kid who doesn't get medical facilities paid for on time. You see, like that sense of empathy towards our leaders. So they should uphold the sense of empathy. Yeah.
I think I would say I would want the leaders to stand on business, because we continuously are complaining about things and they are ignoring or they are giving it a deaf ear, but it's all coming from somewhere. Like, I want to give an example of, I think, 2017, when we had our election results annulled by our Chief Justice. He stood on business. Wangari Maathai fought for trees, and she stood on business and things were done. So I want our leaders to stand on business. We are not here complaining for nothing. We are complaining for something. So I would want them to stand on business.
I believe the national problem can be divided into two parts. The part of the citizen and the part of the leaders themselves. You know, as citizens, we've been lied to. We've always been lied to by the leaders. That's why constantly, no matter how bad the leaders get, we still re-vote them into office, because it's the small things that make the leaders lie to us. They lie to us, and then we accept the lie. We are deceived. We are deceived, by the way. You know, once a citizen stops being ignorant and opens their eyes to what's there, then they'll start seeing the truth of the matter. Our leaders are not leaders of integrity. So why vote them in? Now, the part of the leaders, yes, they are the ones lying to us. And as they lie to us, they don't even try to hide it. And when they try not to hide it, we try to speak up, but we are silenced. We all know what's been going on in the nation for the past 3 years. We've all been silenced, one way or another. Speak one thing, you are gone. Speak another, you are gone. Understood? Because if we are silenced, then we don't have a voice. And even if we do have a voice, they're not listening. So I would really like the national leaders to give us a chance. Please, don't silence us. we know what you are doing. It's not like we don't know what you are doing. Everyone here knows what you are doing. So what's the point of covering it up, or at least trying? Because if we don't speak up, we are still going to conform to your norms. And if we do speak up, we are risking our lives. So what's the point? So I would really like the national government to try and give us a voice of our own. And also, like the people, the citizens, we should wake up. Because there's nowhere we're going if we continue to conform to their norms. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So bottom line, we realize there's a gap that needs to be filled. And it's upon ourselves and to also the national leadership to keep our leaders accountable, and also our leaders to pull up their socks and do what needs to be done. So I'll invite back Andrea on stage so that we can gift our panelists over here, and then we proceed on to the next session. Okay.
Wapi makofi hao viongozi. I know there are two people here who are surprised. One of them ni Wahenga. Wahenga says that mcheza kwao utuzwa, right? Hawa wajacheza kwao na tutawatuza. Wahenga wanashangaa, okay? We've changed a few things. Others here who are surprised are, some of us went to schools where two things were optional. One was wearing shoes, another one was speaking in English. So you see students like these ones speaking in English, man. Yeah, so let's give them a round of applause for the good job they've done. So, Brian, thank you so much for the amazing job you've done moderating this panel. And to the students from Sarai Boys, Sarai Girls, and the Kenswed Secondary School, thank you guys so much. So, I'll welcome my colleague, an amazing lady. She also went to a group of schools. So, I know mta relate somehow. Vicky Ambuso. Vicky, come on stage. DJ, patia Vicky something that is not so tough. Hatujakula lunch sisi. Vicky, we want to see a dance move. Yes. Come on stage. Dikir.
Everybody telling me to.
Where's Dikir? All right. So, Zito. All right.
Habari zenyu? Mko poa? Can we give our panelists another round of applause? We thank you for giving us your time. By the way, we thank you for giving us your time. Because in this matter, you are the experts. Si mnasikianga experts. Sikianga kuna expert hapa, kuna expert pale. But who better and who is a better expert for young people than you yourselves? So thank you for coming, and thank you for voicing. There's something you said about voice. Who was it who said about voice? Voice. Voice is powerful. Never lose your voice. Yeah? Never lose your voice. And you said stand on business. The moment you'll get out of here, also we want you to do what? Stand on business. And there's something that really inspired me. You said empathy, the power of empathy. We must be leaders who walk in empathy. So they have represented us well, and we are now going to give them some gifts just to thank you. Starting with who?
First.
Ladies first.
Yeah. Natasha.
Natasha, thank you very much. Stand on business. Sawa. Oh, supposed to look at that camera. Thank you.
Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and fall. You're killing the boy.
Erastus, the man of empathy and humility. Mpigie makofi.
You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. I had to put my life.
And finally, Abdi. This guy has a powerful voice, doesn't he? Abdi, never lose that voice. Thank you.
No force, can't separate. Baby, no law.
Thank you so much. They can pose for one photo for IG, Nini, then we go. The DJ, be ready. We want to get to the next stage. We want to bring CJ Emeritus on stage to share with us. Yes, DJ, as they take a photo.
Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and fall. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and fall. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. I had to put my life on pause and follow you where you're going. And if I make you my business, I suffer no loss. I'm in love and it's showing. No force can separate.
Hey, Baba, all of my aim, I want end on it. Giver of life, he got unanapa. I see mama cause ukona, baby. You never let me go wrong. Mipaka, yangu umeitanulia mbali. Even scars, your limit kwa ikibali. Hata, I just wanna shangilia kwa ndani. Umewawina, oh. Sina kingine mimi na jibu.
Thank you, DJ. All right. So, who is excited about the next phase of our conversation? Nisikie nduru if you're excited. All right, there's a roaming mic here. I want you, well, what is she? Yes, pick anybody randomly, one student, one non-student, to name at least one former CJ in Kenya. One.
You are? Okay.
Anyone, just randomly.
Just randomly?
Yes.
This is a, oh yeah, we already have a volunteer there.
Yes, one former CJ.
Me random former CJ.
Yes.
Justice Maraga.
Justice Maraga. Okay, apart from Maraga, because he is here. All right.
We have one more here?
Yes.
Okay.
Justice Willie Mutunga.
Very well. Last one.
Someone else? I saw a hand here. Going once, going twice. Ladies. Eh? You, oh, here, he is. Okay.
Yes, Chief Justice Martha Koome and Chief Justice Samuel Kivuitu.
Thank you so much. Let's clap for them. Let's turn this into a literature class where every answer is right. But the friends to the young man who spoke, be good friends, okay? So, tunataka tuziondoke. CJ has to confirm to us that the energy is still there, right? He is running for office. Sindio? He is running for office, right? Tunataka president that atatupeleka pale KICC concert na yeye pia ziondoke. Sindio? So, DJ, let's task the CJ as he comes. But before he comes, I want to welcome a lady. So the lady will pick the song for CJ because she's now going to be the master. So, Martha Nyamo, please come on stage. And then you'll pick one song for CJ. But Martha, not yet. DJ, do something. Yes. All right, Nyamo, come on stage.
Another day, another crisis. Keyboard warriors.
Watu wa PDF oye. Watu wa PDF oye. Gai ni nini? Kwa nini mnaboeka hivyo na tuko na Chief Justice kwa nyumba ya PDF? Watu wa PDF oye. Very nice. DJ tupatie anguka nayo. Tuone kama Chief Justice wetu anaweza anguka nayo. Kuja tu tutasaidiana, hata mimi siijui. Akuje tu, DJ uko nayo? Ndio hiyo sasa. Tusimame tafadhali tukikaribisha His Excellency Chief Justice Emeritus Maranga. Karibu
sana. Wale ambao wanaweza msaidia kuanguka nayo.
Nishasikia kikiingia nikikwanga bado nachukiwa madansi. Anguka nao itabaki hivyo na vibe. Anguka nao koko single for now. Taki siteja patikani. Hadi midnight saa 6 ndo taniwai. Nikupini niko chumba ya G. Mimi najua utakuwa mperizori. Acha nikushow kwanza from ya kitoni. Na twende chini kwa chini. Akina na mimi setu nakuza shitiki. Tunafeel free. Teka video na post pale NGC. Jina ni content raps in talent G.
Yeah, karibu.
Thank you very much. My days in primary school, for example. During those days, exam results were published in the newspapers.
Wow.
If your name didn't appear, there you knew what it was. So you can imagine the sense of pride that came, because it was not only yours, it was your parents' pride, your community's pride.
Yes.
It's still the case. The difference is that your exams are not being published in the newspapers. But of course, they are there. The results, especially the top 100,
Yes.
and that kind of thing. So, it was great growing up. In communities, the technology was not there.
Of course.
What we have now.
Yeah. Were you a student leader in primary school or high school?
Yes, I was a prefect.
In primary school?
In primary school.
Very nice.
Yeah, and it was great.
Ah, excellent.
Yes.
Who are your role models then? Who are people that you looked up to, whether in leadership, in government, in those spaces? Who are the people that one person or two people that you can mention that you looked up to as a young person?
As a young person, I looked up to the pastor, the pastor of my church, because he impacted a lot on my life. He was a man who told us what values are, what you should stand for.
Yeah.
But of them all, my greatest role model was my mother.
Oh, very nice.
She taught me the sense of honesty.
Okay.
Sense of honesty. You've got to be honest with people. If you want people to trust you, be honest with them.
Okay.
Be open to them.
Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. As a young person, did you always know that you wanted to become a lawyer? Or was there a defining moment for you that, made you realize, I think this is the direction I want to go into?
Thank you very much. I didn't think about being a lawyer until I got to Form 1.
Okay.
When I was in Form 1, I went to Maranda High School in Siaya.
Yeah.
And you had to cross from Nyamira, you had to cross Kisumu.
Wow.
And go there. One time I was working with fellow students.
Yeah.
And we crossed the rail lines. And we were arrested.
You were arrested?
We were arrested for trespass.
For trespass.
And kept behind the bus for the whole day.
What?
And I was asking myself, wouldn't they see that, we didn't know it was wrong to cross.
Yes.
From there, I started thinking about my legal rights. Yes.
Do you have people in your family who have also pursued the same path?
No, I'm the first one.
You're the first one. Yes. Excellent. When you said your mom is one of the people that who has been your role model. When you informed her that you were interested to follow the path of the legal path, was she supportive? What were her thoughts?
My mom supported what I had thought. She didn't understand what law means.
Okay.
But all she knew is that you are going to deal with people, you are going to defend criminals. She was asking me, are you going to lie for people? and that kind of thing. They didn't understand the exact role of a lawyer,
Okay.
especially in criminal cases.
Okay.
But she supported me and urged me to go ahead,
Okay.
always applauding what I did and encouraging me to do what was right.
Okay, excellent. Did you, as a young person, what were your values and principles? What were the values that you stood by and have remained consistent even as a Chief Justice?
Thank you very much. I think that is why I told you that the first role model I had outside my family was my church pastor, who said, look, there is nothing more important for anyone than being honest.
Yeah.
Honest and being a person who fears God.
Yeah.
That stuck with me.
Uh-huh.
And of course saying, look, you know, if you want to be a great person, ask yourself whether God approves of what you are doing.
Yeah.
Knowing that there is nowhere you can hide
Okay.
from God's eye.
True, very true.
Yes.
Very true, very true. So honesty is
So,
one
so
value.
that, as I later appreciated, and as later we talked about integrity, integrity is having absolute honesty, acting in the right way while in public space and while in the private, in private.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Being honest. And first of all, being honest to yourself
Yeah.
and being honest to others.
Yeah, because who you are in secret must be the same person
Must be
that
the same
you are.
person. You can't be one person in private
Yeah.
and another one in public.
And another one in public. You stand by this constitution. Yes. This is a very important document for you. Why? And you've had the experience of working under this constitution, but you've also experienced the older constitution. So what's so different about this one?
Thank you very much. Having studied law,
Yeah?
and of course being taught by, among the greatest professors this country has ever had.
Yeah.
Constitution. The Constitution was one compulsory subject, and it's one subject I loved.
Yeah.
We had the old Constitution,
Mm-hmm.
which had its provisions,
Yeah.
which had its limitations. Then in 2010, we have this.
Yes.
I had the privilege and honor of contributing to part of this Constitution. So I have applied this Constitution. You can't apply a document you don't understand, you have not read.
True.
I have read it, and of course, as you apply it, you compare it with the constitutions of other countries.
Yeah.
And I can tell you without any fear of contradiction that the Kenyan Constitution is one of the greatest constitutions, one of the best constitutions in the world.
Yeah.
It has great provisions.
Yeah.
I worked on it, I applied it, and I think it captures the aspirations of the Kenyan people.
Yeah.
Anybody seeking the leadership of this country and who wants to serve the Kenyans,
Yeah.
it doesn't need to bother about anything else. Look at what this constitution provides
Yeah.
and implement the provisions of that constitution
Yeah.
as a leader. And you will have met the aspirations of the Kenyan people.
Excellent.
That's why in my position now and my aspiration, I have come up with a philosophy of ukatiba. Ukatiba, that's Kiswahili for constitutionalism. Constitutionalism means living the spirit, living and implementing the spirit of the Constitution.
Yes.
Not just having the Constitution, the dead letter, but making it alive in your life and in the lives of other people.
Excellent. I'm just going to ask my final question because I know there are some people who are looking forward to ask you questions, and I will go back to 2017. I know everyone here wants to know about 2017. You made a decision, and I'm sure it wasn't the easiest decision to make. Walk us through that. What was that experience like for you? Why did you make the decision that you did? And explain it to our students who are in high school. Why is it so important to make decisions that are beneficial but not popular?
Thank you very much. Before 2017, I was a judge of the High Court when the Constitution was promulgated. So we were sworn to apply the Constitution.
Yes.
I applied it in the High Court. I applied it in the Court of Appeal. Now, come to before even 2017, here I am, I'm interviewed for the position of Chief Justice. And I understood the mandate and the responsibility on my shoulders as Chief Justice of this country.
Yeah.
I understood from the Constitution that the sovereign power in Kenya belongs to the people.
Article 1.
Article 1. So, if you're going to serve as the Chief Justice, big cases are going to come before you where the people have been wronged. Enforcement, they want to enforce their rights.
Yeah.
You've got to stand firm and make the Constitution a reality to them.
Yes.
It was very clear in my mind.
Clear, yeah?
Yes. Now come to my position as Chief Justice and with regard to presidential election.
Yeah.
I was here in this country in 2007, 2008.
During the post-election violence.
During the post-election clashes.
Yes.
I saw what happened in this country.
Yeah.
I knew and I understood clearly that a mistake, a careless mistake, or a dishonest handling of the presidential petition can send the country to 2007, 2008 situation, or even worse.
Wow.
So I understood the responsibility that was before me. I understood what the Kenyan people required of me. To be honest, to apply the law to the evidence that there is, and make a decision not to please anybody, not to hurt anybody, but to do what is right. And as I said in the judgment, above all, ensure that God approves of what you are doing.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, because we serve a God of justice, if you have that at the back of your mind and you are doing that, you will serve the Kenyan people with justice.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. That's amazing. Let's appreciate former Chief Justice Maraga. I'm going to now ask Shi to walk around. There are people with specific questions from the different schools, so that then we can hear the questions that they have. Karibu sana, Mary.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Mary from Manifesto Yetu, and I'll be taking question. Here we have Velma. Yes, we have Velma with the first question. I'll give her the opportunity.
Karibu sana, Velma.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Velma Saria Girls, and my question is, as student leaders, how can we make a real impact in our schools and communities without waiting for official positions or titles?
How can they make impact without waiting for official titles?
Do we have someone else with a question? We can go to you and then we'll come to you.
My name is Kamare Ibrahim, Sarhega Center, and my question is, And my question is, as a leader, what's your core principle? A principle that whatever that happens, you're not going to leave it.
Thank you so much. We have one here, and then I'm coming to you.
My name is Baraka Mumo. My name is Baraka Mumo. My question is, in Kenya, although I'm not supposed to say this here, at a function where we are advocating for democracy, we have a situation where democracy punishes integrity in form of, we have leaders controlling the democracy. We have decisions being made by the people, and the decisions they make come and hurt them in the future. So how will we ensure that we make a clean democracy in as much as politics is very widespread, politics is fun to engage in. So how do we make cleaning a democracy fun to engage with so that we can spread the notion of a clean democracy for correct choices? Because democracy tends more, it rewards the people with a sweet tongue and tends to disregard integrity. How do we clean our Kenyan democracy?
Thank you very much, Baraka.
Allow me to allow more questions.
Yeah.
You know, this is the opportunity. Uongozi tunatukua, si ndio?
Yes.
I had a question here.
And then you can come on this side as well.
Good afternoon. My name is Ben Israel from Still Arise International School.
Ben Israel?
Yes. So, as an aspiring international lawyer, I would like to know what are the kind of steps that I need to become a successful man as you are.
Thank you, Ben Israel.
He's an inspiring international lawyer.
Yes.
Yes.
So do we want to
this question?
Allow him to respond, and then we'll come back to a second
Okay,
set of
okay,
questions.
sir, thank you.
So you can respond to that, sir, and then we'll do the final round of questions. Yes.
Thank you very much. These are great questions. Belma has asked a very cardinal question. How can you make an impact? And I believe you mean a positive impact without having a title, without being a school leader, a prefect, or somebody. You can make a great title. Look at your mom and see what she does. She doesn't even. She's involved in her chores and trying to provide for you without worrying whether or not you are going to praise her. Are you seeing?
Yeah.
And there are quite a number. We have heroes and heroines in our society. Those people who will never appear in any newspapers. Those people who will never appear in any news clips. But they are doing great work. And by the way, those are the more than 90% of the people who have had a great impact in the lives of their people. They are always striving to do what is right. Be somebody who is selfless, mind the others, live by the golden rule. Regard the affair, the needs of others as even more important than yours. You will make a great impact. Kamare, you said, what are the core principles? What is the core principle that must guide somebody? For me, it is integrity. Integrity, as I said earlier, is absolute honesty, whether you are in public or in private. And especially integrity, even in very small things. Sometimes, I have children. You send them to the shop, give them money. You want to see whether or not they bring back change. They may need to buy sweets, especially when they are young. What you tell them is, come and say, look, can I buy sweets? I will not deny you, rather than, appropriating for yourself. Yeah? So, the core principle of integrity will still be there. Baraka, you have said something very interesting. You are looking at integrity from our democracy and saying that democracy punishes integrity. It does. And you know what brings all of that? Is greed.
Yeah.
Greed for personal gain.
Yeah.
If you are a Democrat, in fact, you will make sacrifices than any gains you will have. But because of greed, and that is the sad reality in our country, people go to positions to assist them to steal from the public.
Yeah.
And they are doing it without any compunction, without any sense of remorse, and they are going ahead. And that is extremely sad for our country. As young people, please don't applaud somebody because perhaps he speaks very well. He is a rabble riser. You said it, rabble? Somebody who can talk well, but when you know very well that person, given a chance, he will not do what is required. And that's where we are making a mistake as a country. We are looking at people because of their oratory skills, because of their
flashy lifestyle.
The flashy lifestyles, and think that is the right kind of, that is not the kind of role model you want to have. If you see something like that in my behavior, please stay very far from me. There is Ben Israel who has asked about what one needs to be a great international lawyer.
Yeah.
Please, study, you are in the school.
Yes.
For you to admission to a recognized and a reputable university, you must do well in class. You must have the marks. You must meet the criteria that will take you to university. And then from there, things will fall apart. I have had to speak in universities. Some students who want to do master's courses. And I've said, look, you are in university. Before you even think of a master's degree, think about how you are going to perform.
Right where you
And
are.
I have said without any fear and without any hesitation that if you are in university and you are doing your first degree, aim at getting a first class.
Yeah.
Aim at getting a first class. See what is distracting you. There is a lot of social media here in between. There are very many things that can take your time. You have the potential. You have the capability that God has given you. It is actually almost immoral that you play around with that that talent and you don't achieve what God has made you for. So what do you do? Make sure you are focused. Get involved in social media as you can, as much as you can, but know what is more important. Get a first class, and I can assure you, I have a professor here next to you. I can assure you, if you do that, it will open doors for you to places you will never have thought of going. That's what I would advise Ben Israel. Please aim at that and work to achieve your potential. Achieve your potential. Many of those who don't get, say, a first class or an upper second, it's not because they are not intelligent. It's because they have spent their time on some other things which may not matter.
Yeah.
Prioritize your affairs. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm running short of time. I can only allow one question, one pressing question. Where is Mary?
Yes, I'm already standing here.
One.
Allow me to.
One.
Between you two.
Thank you. I'm Leon Stanley from Starehe Boys Center. And my question, we are currently in the transition to the CBC education system from the 844, and I'm sure you're aware of the merits and demerits of this new DONT system. How do you plan on supporting both parents and the schools in successfully adopting and incorporating the new education system with enough teachers in school, enough learning resources, and reducing the parents' burden on school fees payment? Thank you.
Back to you.
Sorry, we're just getting clarification on Leon's question.
Okay.
The new CBE system, you're asking Chief Justice how he's going to support in the implementation of that program. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, and
Okay. And how you're going to and how he's going to support parents to be able to understand how the system works?
Yes, sir.
As Chief Justice or as a presidential candidate?
As a presidential candidate.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Back to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to take that question from students, and this is great. Article 43 requires that the government provides free education to our young people. It's an obligation. It's not a suggestion. It's an obligation. Why is this important? This is important because the framers or the makers of the Constitution understood that there are very many young people from poor families who can't afford even tuition of as little as even 5,000. And yet, they are brilliant people who must be assisted to go through school. I am one of those who came from a very poor family, and without that kind of support, I would not be here. I would not be here today. So what is important is I have a team working on education. All I know is that CPC, now CPE, has not been properly implemented. Whatever the merits and merits of it, it has not been properly implemented. And as a result, we are going to lose quite a number. A lot of children are going to fall through our fingers and get lost, which is a tragedy. One thing I am very, very focused about is to ensure that first of all, I budget for education, provision for every child to go to school. That is not something that can wait. In fact, of the two, the two most important things in my life is healthcare and education. There are several other national needs, but those ones are top because they can't wait. Somebody who is sick cannot wait. Has got to be given treatment. Education, a child who is in a given, a certain class or a certain level cannot wait. Waiting is you are going to lose that child. So what I'm going to do, and my team is working on that, is to ensure that we carry the teachers along, get them trained so that they are able to teach, and get the parents to play their part. As the Constitution requires public participation, we are going to ensure that we carry the stakeholders along to ensure that we give quality education to our children. That's a priority for me. It can't be, I can't make it more urgent than that.
Thank you. I want to support you in saying that education is an equalizer. That every one of us who gets an opportunity for education, it equalizes us. We are all starting from the same level. So thank you very much for sharing your story. Thank you very much. My biggest takeaway from this conversation is that leadership is not about power. Leadership is about doing what is right, even when it is not popular. So let's appreciate former Chief Justice Maraga. And we wish you all the best in your presidential candidacy and in your campaigns. Please let us appreciate him better. And we wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Mimi nitapigwa picha. Kwa wapi camera lady? Kuja tupigwe picha, Chief Justice.
All right, DJ. Thank you so much. So we have a token of appreciation to the CJ that will be presented by Zaria. So Zaria, over to you. Thank you so much. Dikiri, you can take over from here after the CJ. You can pose for a photo with the CJ. Utakumbuka.
And if you hear me sound like come and your back, come and your knees, baby, shake it to the max. DJ, please turn up the bass to the max. Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max. Shake it to the max.
Our former CJ, Honorable Emeritus David Maraga, for such an enlightening session that we've had. And so mine is just to give some information and of course a vote of thanks to everyone and all the stakeholders. Alafu, I'll tell you who is coming to perform here right now. Sawa sawa? Okay, so you give me the chance for that? Great. So, my name is Emmanuel Dikir, and I'm the coordinator in Nisisi Nisasa Village PDF 2026 edition. I'm working with an amazing lady. Her name is Zaria. Please just wave them. Zaria Howie. And first and foremost, I'd love to appreciate our guest, Chief Justice Maraga, for everything he's done. He's really unpacked the topic and theme we had for the day. That is integrity and leadership beyond the classroom, right? Or outside the box. And so for you, our audience, this Starehe Boys and Girls Center, you guys have been an amazing school. I especially love how coordinated you are by yourselves. I don't see so much teachers, coming and taking you around. Same to Kenswed. For Kenswed, it is how united you are and how quick you are and responsive to things. And of course, I can't see them, but they've gone. Dandora Secondary School, are you there? A round of applause to you. I love your uniform color and how you guys are neat. So now that said, the technical team, thank you very much for the DJ and the mics and the coordinations, the sign language department. We appreciate your work. Thank you very much. And of course, our rapporteurs, very many times we forget the work you do, and it's because your work is calm, but I know it's very big in books and all that. Thank you very much for what you're doing. And of course, our audience over there, I hope you learned something, right? So the media team, thank you very much for extending our audience to the virtual spaces, and may God bless you guys. Let's see you tomorrow as we celebrate International Women's Day. It will be all purple, okay? So, bye-bye. Kidum is coming.
Kidogo. Thank you very much, Dikir.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Thorn Baraza. I am your MC for today. And I would like to ask us not to leave because in as much as the panel is done, PDF isn't done. What is the F in PDF? Hiyo inaanza sahi. Si ndio?